67 months of tolerating Christopher. I'm a saint. Dark Fairy Day. Which one is Shadow the Hedgehog?
Rude alert! Rude alert! Abandoned shop! This is not a daffodil! Repeat, this is not a daffodil!
but we can always build more killbots.
What? No, good evening. No, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Is everybody well? Is everybody good? Which one is that one zoomed out? There we go. Is everybody well? Is everybody all right? Is everybody having a good day? Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Absolutely everybody. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. I do actually kind of cool. I am quite enjoying that. Right, how is everybody? Is everybody well? Are we all okay? Is everybody having a good time? Did everybody have a good weekend? Avian, you've ordered it. Awesome. Cheers, everybody. Aspen, hello. Lady Aspen is in the house. Could we, purples, could we purples, could we purples, please have a posh shout out for Aspen, please. Aspen, Lady Aspen. If you're not following, I mean everybody in here is following Aspen anyway, because you're all really good people. But if you're not following Aspen, could you click the little link up at the top?
Yes, I'm a gatekeeper and a hater. I'm also God's favourite princess and the most interesting girl in the world.
The most interesting princess in the world is here in chat. Hello, Tari Tutu. Tari Tutu, the Empress of Everything Everywhere, who lives in Kensington. There you go, everybody. Click the little heart up at the top of chat. Aloha. Aloha, Tari Tutu. How are you? How are you? Right now, I have some things to show you. Some things that I'm not particularly happy with as well. So there are some things that I've done. I've been working. Oh, and there's one really exciting thing. There's one really exciting thing which I'm going to show you as well, which involves these two colours, which is also epic. So I'm dead excited about that. However, thanks so much for the chat. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hope you have an awesome, everybody's having an awesome stream Monday. T-Mist, hello, how are you doing? Has Head made it yet? It hasn't, T-Mist. No, it has not arrived yet. I'm sure it will. I am sure it will, my friend. Thank you very, very much indeed. I'm sure it will. T-Mist very, very kindly has sent me a extra head for this guy. So yes, I now have an extra head which I can make use of, which will be fab. Get the mic closer. There we go. How are you doing?
Get the mic closer to your mouth, Christopher.
What's the Deathmire week 1 results? Week 1, the Siege of Deathmire global campaigns. Imperial players, well done. Oh, we get to see some Outriders. Congrats, everybody! We've got simplified. I hate these. These wrist guards are. Why have they brought in those stupid wrist guards? That's so. I mean, they're quite cool. Is that it? That's everything, isn't it? Yeah. So Imperium of 1, so we get some Outriders. Aren't Outriders push fit anyway? Yeah, well these ones aren't. These ones are new Outriders which are not push fit. I think they released non-push fit Outriders, but these ones have options. Because I think the Outriders before were just bolters, weren't they? Whereas now you can have chainsaws and plasma pistols and thunder hammers and stuff. So, there you go. Congrats, Space Marine players. However, we do get these, which are just stunning. Although I did notice that these photos are out of focus. And then these ones are in focus. We want flying bikes. Why? Because they're cool. I don't get why they don't want to do jet bikes. Well, I mean, they're supposed to have lost the SDC, haven't they? Where is it?
My golden bananas do have flying bikes. Fuck Space Marines.
Your golden bananas do indeed have flying bikes. But we made new tonks with coal. Oh no! Look what. Oh great! Now I have to buy them. Have you got a bike? Do you want the bikes, Cookie? Cookie's gonna have bikes. You've got 8 Outriders. Don't know what to do with them. They're not really Blood Angels-y. I think you should donate them to somebody who likes Outriders. Who likes Outriders? Does anybody like Outriders? Like, it's only Dark Angels. It's only Dark Angels and White Scars. Maybe purples. That means that you have to do a Dark Angels army. Shall I pop my collar? Shall I be Dean out of what do we call it? Supernatural, and pop my collar? Am I like pop my collar cool? They are okay. You have 9 at the moment. First I've heard of this campaign. I guess I could use the Outriders for my Blood Angels, but I'd rather have my... Yeah, you just need more Flyboys, right? Dark, what the fuck now?
Dark, what the fuck now?
I don't know. I think there were some things that went in volcanoes. I can't remember. Purples is now going to buy a ticket to your place to beat you to a pulp. Purples wouldn't waste money on that. Purples wouldn't waste money on that. Right. Okay, so I have done one of these. So I have got one. It is only tacked together, but I have done one. This is a more death in. The arm's fallen off. The cloak is not bad. So I glued like Baz was saying. So I glued the lower half of the cloak on and then sculpted the bits that go over the shoulders. So I've got all that sorted out because then it's easier to do it in 2 halves. So I've done that. But the cloak is very thin. I don't like how thin the cloak is. So we need to make the cloak wider. So that's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2 is we need to make the flat surfaces a little bit more interesting. So I mean that's dead easy because I can sculpt some creases on here. So as it comes up here, we can sculpt some creases in, and like add in some peaks and things like that. So that's okay. But also, I'm thinking that once you put the arms on, once you put the shoulder pads on, and what does everybody think about this? Because I think this is probably the thing to do. I kind of want the cloak to come over the shoulder pad a bit. I think I want to make it come over the shoulder pad a little bit. I get someone to do it for you. I am building Crimson Fist's secret bike chapter, the Fist Wings. The Fist Wings? Then she will go to Warhammer World. Tari, Purples, I got you. Tari, don't be mean. Holy Shit Games Workshop actually giving us a Thunderhammer. I know, right? It'll be so elegant. Wider or thicker? Wider. I want a wider cloak. Do you think it'll be elegant if I can get it over the... Because I think it just needs to... So, just to kind of explain a little bit better. Where's a pointy stick? Where's one of my pointy sticks gone? Where's my pointy sticks gone? There we go. So, just to explain a little better, I think if I can make it attach here, and then just come over here a little bit. Just come over the top of this, and then come down here, and then flow down into the cape. I think that would fit better. What do you think? I think that's probably the way to go. Blood for the Blood God. If you're not going to say anything more other than just bleh, then you can... That would be awesome. I think so. You want it so it looks like they can cover up. Yeah, like it's too thin here. Like I want it so that they can kind of like wrap it around, right? So I think I just need to make it a little bit wider. So if I can come, so this is the first one, and I can easily snap this off and kind of carry on. I can kind of snap it off and carry on and do another one, but. I don't think I mind the shape of it. I think the shape of it's quite cool. because it catches on his foot here, flows around here. It needs a crease here and a crease here to add a little bit of interest to this. I could probably even add like a little bit of a sharper crease there, but I think it's just that it needs to incorporate and involve the shoulder pads a little bit more. And then also this is a Mark 6. It's a Mark 6 bolter, so it's got the curved, because I really wanted the curved mag, not the square mag. The square mag is going on, where's the square mag? The square mag is going on the Mark 4. So the Mark 4 Marines, I need to sculpt his hair as well. The Mark 4 Marines, oh, I've got so many bits around here. Where is it gone? Oh, there it is. Is that it? Yeah, there it is. So the Mark 4 Marines having that. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hang on, let me mute quick. Oh, sorry, a little bit of hay fever quick. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Anyone remember if there was a Necron campaign? No, there wasn't a Necron campaign. There was a Tyranid and Space Marine one. Because last time they did the edition, the Tyranids won the last one, if you remember. Hey, Meme, how you doing? You loved my Custodes paint scheme. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I need to kind of neaten that up a little bit. It was done like the video said. I did it in a weekend, so I definitely need to just kind of tidy it up a little bit. You know, I think the campaign is perhaps appropriate considering the last few there was saving death of an entire sector. Looks like they're doing this 1 week by week for the Monday reveal. Yeah, there'll be an orc one next week, won't there? Have we had the Orc Bikers revealed? Have they been revealed yet? So maybe it's the Orc Bikers next week, because they were on the whatever the last reveal stream trailer was. You remember he was the one that we only in the terrain video. Okay. Yeah, so maybe it's Orc Bikers next week. So Mark 4. So the Tigris pattern bolter that I'm using for my Mark 4 reconnaissance squad. That is going to, I don't know where it is. It was up here. That is going to have the square. Anyway, yes, that's going to have the squared off magazine, but I really wanted the more Death In to have the curved magazine, so I'm using the Mark 6. But I've also, if you look here, I've added a little bit from the that's the mounting bracket for the bayonet, the chain bayonet. So I've just cut the chain bayonet off and left the mounting bracket on just to give it a little bit of detail and also cover up the barrel, because the barrel on these comes out here like that, so that would mean that bolter would have to be quite low, or the bolter barrel would have to be quite low, and it doesn't really look very good like that. So I've filled in that. I did try to fill it with putty, but it just doesn't really look very good. But yeah, that's not bad. I just think that's the only thing that I think I want to change on these. Which means that I'm gonna have to build them in their entirety. Whoops! I'm gonna have to build them in their entirety so that when I sculpt the cloak, I can sculpt the cloak just so that it comes over the top of the. Perhaps give it a tripod. What? Give the sniper a tripod? I'll give one of the snipers a tripod. Yeah, I'll give one of them a tripod. Space Marines don't need tripods, but I'll give one of them a tripod maybe. Yeah, I'll probably put like a little tripod legs or something on there, just to help it. But Yeah, I think that's the only thing. I think the cloak is far too thin. I think the cloak needs to be much more elaborate, because I cut out, if you remember, I cut out a template for the cloak. So that's the template for the cloak. So I just need to adjust that and make these sides more wider, so that they flare out faster. Henry Cavill, how are you doing? How are you doing? I sent you a message on Instagram, Mr. Henry Cavill, saying, would you like me to paint you a Custodes? But you never replied, so I'm not painting you one. After I met you at Warhammer World. Where's that gone? That's that. Perhaps give it a tripod. Kind of met on my attempts so far. You kind of met on your attempts. Do you mind having a look see the whip I dropped in stream gallery? Oh, right, okay. I thought he was already following. What, Henry Cavill? Henry Cavill should already be following me. He should already be following me. Like, why would Henry Cavill not be following me? Maybe on YouTube. Oh, did he follow me on YouTube? Not his first time in stream. Right. Yeah. So I think that's my plan anyway. So I think I can probably use this. I'm going to add a crease there. I'm going to add a crease here, and I'm just going to make it so that it wraps over from here. It just needs to come up and wrap over that side, and then the cloth can come down here and meet up with that. So yeah, that's the challenge. That's the challenge. I don't think it's too bad, is it? It's not too bad. They look okay regardless. I can't remember where I got this helmet from though. I need 9 more of those helmets, and I can't remember where they're from. So does anybody know? Does anybody know where this helmet is from? Because it's clearly a Horus Heresy helmet, but I can't remember where it's from. Is it the assault? Is it the Assault Marines? Can't be the Assault Marines. The Assault Marines aren't going to have like a little aerial, are they? Maybe it's the Mark 6 Command Squad. No, because they've got brushes, haven't they? I think I recognise it, but I can't name it. I checked. Yeah, I can't remember where it's from, because it's perfect. It's perfect for the more death in, but I just can't. I can't place, because it's not the basic. It's not in their base set. I'm pretty sure it's not in the Mark 6 set. Mark 6. Oh, maybe it is. No. No, that's not. Oh, is it? Is it this one? Is it that one? No, it's not that one, is it? No, it's not that one, because it hasn't got the things. This one has little. Look. It has little side bits coming down the. I can't remember where I got this from. It must be. The only other Mark 6 kit is the Assault Marines, and it's not in there. It can't be in the Assault Marines, surely. That's the only other sprue that I've got that's Mark 6. Where's the Mark 6 Assault Marines? But it's absolutely perfect for the more death in. And to be fair, I need more of these helmets, because that helmet's really good. That would be perfect for some. That would be perfect for some characters as well. They don't give beaky helms to the rapiers. I don't have any rapiers, so it's definitely not that. Where's the assault guys? And it's not resin, it's definitely plastic, and it's definitely not 40k because the scale is different. So it's definitely Horus Heresy. Mark 6 Legion Command. Right, let's have a look at this one. Is it in here? Because this is just no, this is all completely different, look. They're all those helmets. Where the hell did I get this from? Is it Tank Crew? Oh, maybe it's Tank Crew. Maybe it's Tank Crew. Tank. Where's the sprue? There's the sprue. It's not that sprue. It's not that sprue. Right, is it this sprue? It'd be good if it's this sprue, because I've got loads of these sprues. Is it that sprue? I can't see it on there either. That's just bare heads. No, it's bare heads and Mark II. The tank sprue is Mark II, isn't it? So it's not even that one. I don't know. Looks like you're an old Space Marine player and you just have a little bit. No, this is that's definitely new Horus Heresy. That's definitely new Horus Heresy because the scale's the same, the detail's the same. It's got the cables going across the top of its head, look. But it's got these little bits here that come down the side of the cheek. And it's got a little bit of a camera or laser pointer or whatever you want to call it, but they're perfect for the Mordethin. So I need like 10 more of these because I want 9 more for the Mordethin and 1 for a character. Now you got me bothered too. I know, I found it in my bits box as I was making this one. I was like, oh, that's perfect. And then I put it on there and I didn't think any more of it. And then yesterday I was looking at it. I was like, where the fuck is that helmet actually from? I don't know where it's from. Right, where's the assault guys? Mark 6 assault. Mark 6 assault. Mark 6. Mark 6. Mark 6. Where the fuck is the Mark 6 assault squad? That's Mark 2 assault, Mark 3 tactical. So it's got some really neat details on it. Look how cool it is. And it's plastic. It's not resin. It's not like it's a resin head. And it's not the I don't know where the Mark 6 assault are. Why are the Mark 6 assault not on the? Hang on. The Mark 6 assault marines aren't on the website. Mark 6. Mark 6. There we go. Assault squad. Right. Is it these? I don't think it's these either. Is it those? Have you found it, Tari? Oh, you just found the box. No, it's not those either. I'm so confused. It's not the jet bikes because I sold the jet bikes. I didn't open the jet bikes box. I swapped those for assault marines. So it's not the jet bikes. I don't think it's the Legion Command Squad. Hang on. It's definitely not the Heavy Weapon Squad. It's not this one. So it's not the Sergeant Squad, because that doesn't have a helmeted head, a beaky head without the brush on it. So that one is just one with a brush. That's the two heads that are on it. Look. So you get one with a weird mask and one with a moustache. So it's not that one. The only one is whether it's a Vox alternative or something. So this is the whole sprue. And that is the only one that's got the extra bit on it. And that's got the one for the brush. I don't know. I don't know where I've got it from. But it has to have been from somewhere. And it has to be Horus Heresy. Right, hang on. Let's have a look at, really quickly. Let's turn that off to save some battery for a second. Is there... Do they have... Can you hear that, by the way? Yes. I've been like, I know what I need. I need a very specific helmet for my More Death in. Just like this. And I've just willed it into existence. Now, do you get heads with the heavy weapon upgrade sprue? I don't think you do. Pretty sure you don't. There's no head on there, is there? There is no head. There's no head on there. And I don't have that sprue because this is the Volkite one that I actually wanted. And they sent me the heavy bolter one. So I don't have that one. There's no heads on that. I've got this kit. No heads on that. That's the sprue. And again, that's the Mark II. So it's a Mark II head. There's no head on that one. Is it the Spartan? You don't hear it. That's good. No, not the Spartan. I'm so confused. What other kits are there? Disintegrator. I got this sprue. Nope. No head on that one. Special weapons. I have this sprue. No heads on that. Kratos? I do have a Kratos. Can't be on the Kratos sprue. See what my stream descends into. My stream just descends into, guys, I can't find this. Help. And then that's just got the tank sprue again. So it's not the Kratos. Special weapons I've looked at. I haven't got that one, so it's definitely not that kit. And that's it. But now we're all curious. I'm so confused, Aspen. Why doesn't Chris ever finish projects? I think the driver gunner sprue is the same across all the vehicles. It is, yeah, I was just confirming. And it's all the driver gunner stuff is Mark II. But it's expensive. The Siege Breaker. The Siege Breaker? Oh, as in buy the Siege Breaker. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to do that. I don't want to buy that just for that helmet. And that's a really cool helmet. Is that plastic? It's not, is it? It's resin. Yeah, it's resin. I'm not buying that just for that. Not. I'm not buying the Siege Breaker when it clearly exists somewhere. Somewhere this bloody thing exists. It's not. It can't be. It's not 40k, is it? It can't actually be 40k. It's not actually 40k, is it? No. Because they're Primaris helmets. So it's definitely not 40k. So what plastic Mark 6s are there? I'm going through the site as well. Aspen, I'm so confused. It's not that guy, because that guy has like a really posh helmet. Sorry, if it sounds like I'm shouting, it's because that is really noisy. So I'm glad you can't hear it. It can't be the jet bikes. It can't be the jet bikes. It can't be the jet bikes. No, it's not. It's not the jet bikes. Does it make your mother worried you want to paint your bedroom black because everything is dark anyway? No, it's not 40k. Is it Space Marine head kit? Nope. There's no plastics. There's no plastic Horus Heresy head kit. There's no plastic Horus Heresy head kit. Breacher Squad is all Mark II, so that's irrelevant. It's not the Raven Guard head sprue because that's resin, and this is plastic. Where the bloody hell? There is one that looks similar. Which head 40k? The 40k Space Marine head kit. But I haven't got that sprue. Games Workshop haven't sent it to me, so I've definitely not got it. The one with like all the million heads in it that I don't like. Where's the head sprue? That one. Nope. No, none of them. There's a Beaky, that's not the same. And these are all Primaris. They're all Primaris, so they're larger. This is that's definitely a Horus Heresy head. It's definitely a Horus Heresy head. I'm just going to shop all of them. What else came out? Because the thing is, I've had to have had the sprue. So, like, the Scimitar jet bike, I had the box, but I swapped the whole box, so it's definitely not that. It's not Dominion. I did have Dominion Zephon. Maybe it's Dominion Zephon. But he's a Blood Angel, so he's gonna have Blood Angel shit all over his helmet. So it's not him. Plastic characters. But it's not a very heavy weapon upgrade set. Missile launcher. Alright, I have this set. I've got this sprue. There's no head again. Mark 6 Tactical Squad. The Mark 6 Tactical Squad. The Mark 6 Tactical Squad is this sprue. And the only one that has... in fact, where is the Vox? Where is the Voxcaster head? Where is the Voxcaster head? It's that there, isn't it? Is it that? But that's not the whole thing. Because that's totally different again. And it doesn't change the actual head, because the head... So this is the problem, look. These are the Mark 6 helmets. So these are the Mark 6 helmets here, look. Which has all the same kind of design ethos and stuff. And that is just different. Voxcaster should be on its own sprue. On its own sprue? What, on this sprue? Because that's the Voxcaster there. And then I think you just put that. Don't you just put that on the Voxcaster? Yeah, because that's the Vox dude, isn't it? I don't know. You have the back. Yeah, it's this dude. That's the Voxcaster there. That's the Voxcaster, and then you have this. You have that little bit there, which you can add. So you can add that if you wanted to a normal helmet. So you could put that onto a normal helmet if you wanted a Voxcaster that has a normal helmet. Forgot about, can't find it. Could go back because you have the back. I'm struggling to find it. Tari can't find it. Got to go for stream. Let me know about the helmet if you find it. Yeah, I will do. Aspen, have an amazing stream. Be amazing. Everybody, if everybody wants to go and lurk in Aspen's stream to give her some views, and then obviously come back here because I'm awesome. But yeah, I'm so invested right now. It's so frustrating because I know what sprues I have. So I know what sprues. I know what sprues I have. So what's the... I don't think... I know what sprues I have, as you're trying to identify an sprue is top work. Yeah, purple chest. I'm just... Like, I can go through these and I can say, well, it's not that because I don't have that sprue. So it's definitely not that. It's definitely not that because I don't have that. It's definitely not that because I don't have that. Like, Mark II Tactical is like, yeah, I have that. I have the Mark II Tactical Squad, but the Mark II Tactical Squad is not going to have a Mark 6 helmet in. Right, let me get this in focus for you. And then if anybody wants to, like, take a picture or whatever. Right, that is the helmet we're looking for. In fact, let's do it that way. No, let's do it like that. There we go. That is the helmet we're looking for. And I do not... It's definitely Horus Heresy. But I do not know what that is from. And as far as I know, I've only got one of them. I'm going to try and take a screenshot as well. There we go. I'm going to try and take a screenshot. I'll put the screenshot in Discord. But that's the... There you go. You have a candidate. Oh, Tari. Hit me, Tari. Hit me, Tari. Hit me, baby. One more Tari. I do have that. I reckon it's just like a random head on a tank sprue. I think that's the only thing it is. I think it's a random head on a tank sprue somewhere. It has to be. Should I post on Blue Sky? Should I post it on Blue Sky? Oops. Put your fingers in the right place, Chris. You found it! I don't need to post it. I don't need to post it. Tari, that is... I'll show you that one, Tari. Sorry, Tari. That's this one, Tari. This one here. Whoop! Is that one there. Okay, so Avian thinks he's found it. So it is on the mark. Hang on. Avian thinks Horus Heresy Mark 6 Tactical Squad. And I can't click it. Where is it? I can't. I don't know what. You're trying to get the pick. Because there's... Yeah, I can't see that either. I mean, so this is the thing, right? The Mark 6 Tactical Squad, the Mark 6 Tactical Squad is 20 Marines, right? It's 20 Marines, and the way the 20 Marines work is that you get 4 sprues. You get 4 sprues of 5 Marines. So the head has to be on here somewhere if it's in the Tactical Squad. And it's not that head, it's not that head. 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 And that's it. So it's not the Mark 6 Tactical Squad. Blade Guard Veterans 40k Horus Heresy Mark 6 Tactical. What? It's a 40k Blade Guard Veteran. That's not a 40k Blade Guard Veteran. 40k Blade Guard Veteran Squad. Blade Guard Veteran 40k Horus Heresy S. What the hell? Hang on. Right. Blade Guard Veteran helmet. Blade Guard Veteran helmet. I do have the Blade Guard Veterans. That's hideous. It doesn't look like a Primaris helmet because it's squared off. So on a Primaris helmet, the ear bits here are like rounded off. So they kind of curve into it. Name must be messed up. Try the share.google link. Share.google. Yeah, that's that one there, right? So that's Bitsbox. But it just takes us to there, but then I can't go back to the other. Right, it's that one there. Horus Heresy, Mark 6 Assault. It's on the Mark 6 Assaults. There we go. Mark 6 Assault. Mark 6 Assault Squad. Right. Mark 6. I thought it had to be, but I couldn't see it on the Mark 6 Assault Squad. Mark 6 Assault Squad. Did they have any in stock? Oh, it's out of stock. 60p, I'd get loads of them if they're in stock. Right. Guys, you're legends. Thank you. It's so weird though, because it's not on that. It's not on that view. It's none of them. So it's one of these random helmets. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. Might be that one. Yeah, it's that one. It's that one there. Number 34. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. So I've got to find 10 of that helmet. At least there's 2. At least there's 2 in every box. And which sprue is it? It's the one with... It's the one with the chainsaws on. Okay, well, at least we know now, anyway. I needed breaches. No, this is the Assault Marines. That's Assault Marines, not breaches. Now look at my orc. Atari 2. Atari 2. Atari 2. Oh, cool. That's cool. I like that. That's nuts. Hey, Mallow. Thank you very much. How are you doing? Having issues in the weathering painting. Trying to paint as if it was a grot. Trying to paint it as if I was... Oh, yeah. That was pretty cool. That was good. What's your problem? You need to, like, just go over this again because it looks a bit... So, when you're painting like a grot, you have to paint like... you. So you have to make sure that the paint is on and it's not translucent, but then just have like a wobbly edge. More chipping on the lightning bolt. No, more colour on the lightning bolt. More paint. More opaque paint. The lightning bolt needs to be visible. That's really good, dude. And then you could just do some sponge chipping. Sponge chipping is probably the easiest way to do orc chipping. Get some Rhinox hide and get a sponge and just dab and do that torn. You know when we did the foam throw. When we did the foam throw, just do some foam throw chipping on that with some Rhinox hide. You'll be fine. That looks really good. That looks really good. Right. Close to finishing the chaplain. Are you close to finishing the chaplain? Close to finishing the chaplain. So, yes, I need... God damn it. I'm going to have to do a... I'm going to have to do a pleading post on socials to try to get lots of those helmets. I should have two. I should have two. I think. I should have two. Oh, it's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. But we found it. We did. We did find it. We did find it. But doesn't it look cool, though? Doesn't it look awesome? It's really, really good. It's really, really good. It's really, really good. So yeah, I'm happy. That is a happy Chris. Thank you very much, everybody, for helping me find that. That's really appreciated. Really appreciated. And also Games Workshop's fault for not actually showing the helmet on the kit. Games Workshop's fault for not showing it on the kit. Music. We need some music, don't we? That's loud. Oh, it is, isn't it? There you go. There you go. That's loud, but it's good. That's loud, but it's good. Okay, right, so. This is all sorted. Oh, I'm dead excited to try and get those helmets now. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, yes, the other thing. So, you know how my Raven Guard are based on this colour? So, anthracite grey, and this is the highlight for my Raven Guard. So, spoilers. That's the highlight that I used for my black. Okay. So, I was going to... The reconnaissance squads are going to be jet black, right? So, the Mark IV reconnaissance squads are going to be that jet black. And that was going to be one of the 3 different colour schemes that we have in the army, right? So, we have... We have the normal Raven Guard black, which I used for the whole army, this kind of slightly off turquoise, and then we have the red, and then I was going to do the other black, so the reconnaissance squads were going to be jet black, and I was just going to highlight them with like a really neutral grey. However, I'm going to highlight them with purple. So then we're going to have hang on, I'm trying to get a hair off my silicon mat. Come here. Oh, won't you come on? So then we're going to have the red, the green, and the purple. So those colours go really well together, complementary and stuff. So I'm going to highlight the black for the reconnaissance squad with Demonette Hide. So I'm going to mix Demonette Hide in with black to lighten it. That is plan. That is plan. So I wonder how many bit sites. How many bit sites are there? Because there was that one that we found, which was, what was it? 40k bits and kits. So there's bits and kits. I wonder how long that's been out of stock. Bits box is also out of stock. it's not gonna be good, is it? It's not gonna be good trying to find it. Right. Anyway. Right. Let's get all of these up, and we can paint some more of these guys. Now, what I'm going to try and do, particularly on this one, is I'm going to try and smooth out this this white. So the white wings, we're going to smooth out the white wings a little bit, and bring a bit more kind of cleanliness to those wings. And then, if you remember, we just added X1X to the knees because we tried to add the squad markings, but the squad markings were too large for the knee pads. We've got the elite one there, if you remember, and then we did the other elite ones, but I'm going to keep the kind of the small elite ones just for the sergeants. So that's that one there as well. That one there as well. And that one there as well. So we've got all of those. And then the ones that we've just built. So these ones that we've just built, where I've adjusted their legs a little bit, I need to fill in that gap, of course. And then we need to start hanging some raven bits off the armor, and also off the wings as well, because we're trying to get raven bits on all the wings and stuff. Same as these as well. So these ones have got raven feathers and things on. So there's feathers on every single model. Feathers and raven skulls and stuff. Right. So this is the one that we want to work on today, because I want to clean up these white parts. How's everybody's day doing? Is everybody's day going well? Is everybody's day going well?
Come and see the violence inherent in the system! Help! Help! I'm being repressed! Bloody peasant!
Bloody peasant! How you doing, purples? How you doing, purples? 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 Purples is a disco, she wears a disco's hat. Short break before my next meeting. Yay! God, that was loud. What, the being repressed? Okay. How short a break? How short a break have you got? Minutes, is that it? It has to be loud, I'm being repressed. I turned my stream up and I think my whole street heard that. Oh, did you turn your stream up? Am I quiet? Have I been quiet? There we go. That did get me. That did get me, purples. That did get me. Okay. When I hear it purple, I go, that must be purple, and I was right. No, I did hear that one, and for it's just that split second, isn't it? It's a split second of, oh shit. And then the split second after you go, oh yeah, it's purple. Or it's, oh yeah, it's Target, because Target does that one as well. To be fair, Avian does it as well. You all do it. You're all responsible and guilty of doing that one. Responsible, guilty, and proud of it. Responsible, guilty, and proud of it. Bum doo, bum bum ch, bum bum ch, bum bum ch. Right, what did everybody get up to at the weekend? What did we all do? Did you all do some fun stuff? Did anybody watch the football on Saturday? Did anybody hobby over the weekend? Did anybody order any of the stuff on pre-order this weekend? I did order the Mark IV. So we will do some Mark IV stuff, which will be really, really good fun. Looking forward to that. That'll be cool. You finished magnetizing all your Emperor's Children bases. Nice. Tari did. You didn't watch football because I don't like football, which is totally fair enough. Canada won last night, Purples. We won it in the 95th minute against South Africa. It was crazy. I can't believe we spent an hour trying to find a helmet today as well. That was very funny. You saw my paintwork and I told you my order. I could not do laundry and toss my IKEA drawers due to the freight elevator being down. The freight elevator? I ordered the Mark IV box and the Zone Mortalis book, because Zone Mortalis is amazing, right? So I've ordered those two. Plenty of clothes to wear, but you cannot get to the washing machines directly without using the freight elevator. At the weekend I did some embarrassing hobbying, finally started painting some Warhammer Fantasy pre-Old World rebrand models that have been shamelessly grey since the early 2000s. Nice one, Mello. The drawers were quite large and chunky, you did not want to risk them on the passenger elevator. And Purple is on the lurk. Mello, what army? Tari was painting the chaplain, which looks amazing. Bretonia, nice. I have one unit of Bretonia because I have the Foot Knights, which I was not really converting, but giving like Crusading Knight helmets, so they look like Crusading Knights, because I really like that helmet. Right. Da, 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 da.
farts in your general direction.
Hey, Manaringo, how you doing, dude? How are you doing? How are you doing, Manaringo? I'm trying to highlight these up. It's going all right, I think. Doing okay. Have we got any finished? No, I'm still fiddling with the wings. How are you doing? Did you have a good weekend? It's always good to get head. Spent 1 hour looking for a head. Yeah, we did spend an hour looking for a head. We were trying to find that helmet, because that helmet's fantastic. And I needed to try and find, because I need 9 more of them. Annoyingly, I need 9 more of them. Technically, I need 10 more of them because I want one for a character as well. You know what would be a good diorama? A Raven Guard sniper with a bird landing on them. A crow raven might be a bit on the nose. A bird landing on them? Have to do that for 40k, wouldn't you? It wouldn't really work in Horus Heresy, but yeah, that would be cool. We've got plenty of crow models. We'll just rip a crow model off from somewhere. Take plain Mark 6 helmets, drill out one eye, stick a scope in. I would do that as well, yeah. I might have to try that because I have really thin brass tube, so I could stick in some really thin brass tube if I did it really right. Whew. What did you get up to at the weekend, Manaringo? You know what will happen? Chris will convert all of his Deathlands and Games Workshop will release plastic recon squads. That's fine, because more Deathland aren't recon squads. Unless you mean I'm going to convert all my reconnaissance squads out of my Mark IV, and then Games Workshop will release Mark IV reconnaissance squads, in which case, yes, that would be annoying. Well, there's not that much converting to go on. I'm only adding a silencer onto the Tigris pattern bolter, the Mark IV pattern bolter. That's all I'm really doing. Oh, they'll have the Targeter helmets. Yeah, that's true. They'll do them for Mark IV though, won't they? Not Mark VI. Or will they? Yeah, I don't know actually. Yeah, maybe they will do them for Mark VI. Maybe they'll do them for Mark V. Maybe that's how we get Mark V. Yeah, the resin ones are Mark IV because they're the ones when I found out that the reconnaissance squads were Mark IV in my Raven Guard book, the black book, and they look so good. I looked at the Mark IV reconnaissance squads. Theme-wise, Mark V would be right. I thought Mark VI would be even more right because they've got even better scanning tech. You are correct. I mismarked the armor. Did I just out heresy Avian? Yes. Boom. Satisfied. Satisfaction. Satisfaction guaranteed in this stream. Rumor has it this streamer knows his shit. Rumor has it. Now I'm ready to tell us the entire story of the Perfect Fortress. No, I shan't. Negative. I don't feel like it. Can I zoom in on this? I wanted to see if I remembered the scene of the nuns in Castle Anthrax. Answer no, but I found this gem. Historical inaccuracies in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Historical inaccuracies. Historical. What, of that like documentary? Monty Python. That famous historical documentary, Monty Python. You need the Colonel going, stop that, that's silly. Serge! Thank you for the follow, Serge. So either that or John Cleese going, are you mentally deranged from Fish Called Wanda as a redeem? Mentally deranged.
Message for you, sir.
Message for you, sir. Message for you. How are you doing, Avian? Slowly, oh so slowly, going through the fields and identifying which ones are unpopulated. Do-do-do. What are you going to do your Mark IV as, Avian? What's your plan? What unit are they going to be? I've got 10 spare because I'm going to have 10 reconnaissance squads. So I'll have 10 spare, probably for the Night Lords, maybe. Probably back to Alpha Legion. Because I think I only want... Like, the only other thing is Seeker squads. I don't know whether to have a Seeker squad. Like, just one unit of 5 Seekers. But then that would make sense that they would be Mark 6, right? I mean, to be fair, everything would make sense to be Mark 6 for the Raven Guard because of the improved radar and scanning and stuff. Mark 2 and 3 for Dark Angels. So you're pretty much kind of approaching it the same as me with the Dark Angels, 2 and 3. I know the Night Lords. The Night Lords, I don't really want that much infantry, so I'm going a bit more Terminator based for the Night Lords, I think. So I'm not actually going to need all this much infantry. I'll still keep hold of the Mark IVs though, because I really like the Mark IVs. I think they look great. Mark 5 for Inducti Dark Angels. Nice. Oh, Mark 6. How's that for wings? That looks better, doesn't it? White at the top and then black at the bottom. If I want to be spicy, I might grab the 4 and update the small number of word bearers I have. Ugh. You're going to update word bearers? Oh. Well, that didn't work. That didn't work very well, did it? Ardril Tal is... Yeah, I do have Ardril Tal. That is true. I need to find a... I need to find another hand for him. I want a possessed hand for him in his other hand, because he's got one arm that's got a claw that's reaching out, hasn't he? And then he's got one that's holding a Space Marine. I need to replace that arm with something else. You need to dash. No, Tari. Bye, Tari. Have an amazing evening, Tari. Thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Sorry, I don't know, I just feel like I'm boring at the moment. And thanks for looking for all those helmets for me. Making heresy enemies left and right, choosing all the wrong legions. Oh yeah. Yeah, Purples is not going to be very happy with you, Avian. Word bearers and Archangels. Bye Tari 2, bye Tari 2, bye Tari 2, Tari 2, 2, 2, bye Tari 2. but have them back in first edition. Went to a campaign game at Adepticon, bought Alpha Legion. They put me with the loyalists. Wow, that's very funny. That is very funny. I figured it should have an army that is pure loyalist if I want to be on one side. Yeah, sounds like a good plan, doesn't it? Like Raven Guard Night Lords, I suppose there's not any confusion there. No confusion. The apex traitor. You do have Custodia somewhere, so can't get more loyal than that. Yeah. Right, I'm going to make a quick cup of tea, and then I will be right back, everybody. Won't be a sec. Hello everybody, welcome back. Sorry about that. Hey Higgy, how you doing? How are you doing? Are you well? There we go. Are you well? Yeah, thank you very much for the raid, Higgy. How are you doing?
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you.
You're calling me a tourist. Thanks, Avian. Cheers for the bits, Avian. How was your stream, Higgy? Did you get up to anything good? Were you painting? I'm gonna make the Rick roll our own. Rick rolled it good. There we go. Nice and quick. That's pretty good. Yeah. Oh. we go. Skeletor, if it does that again, you can do ! battery in chat and it will let me know. How are you doing? Thank you very much, Skeletor. Yeah, you can do ! Battery if the camera battery goes. What's the difference between a conversion and a proxy? God. A conversion is converting a proxy doesn't represent what it is. So a proxy would be like, I'm going to run a dragon army, but I'm going to use zombie dragons for it, and I'm going to proxy all of these models as dragons, or I'm going to run I'm going to run a Nightbringer in my Night Lord's army, in my Necron army, but I'm going to proxy this random model which I found, which looks vaguely like a death thing. You have 15 Chaos Bikers and like 0 of them. If I paint Space Marine Outriders in Chaos colours and add bits, could I use them as Chaos Bikers? Yeah, of course you can. Of course you can. That's not proxying, that's converting. Proxying is kind of shit. It's proxying is like I don't know. I haven't got anything that is proxy. Proxy is using stuff that's not Games Workshop as stuff. So like, I'm gonna get an alien model. I'm gonna get an alien queen model, and I'm gonna use it as a Tyranid Hive Tyrant. I'm gonna proxy it as the Tyranid Hive Tyrant. It's lazy. It's lazy. It's not even lazy. It can be. I suppose proxying can be viewed as more lazy than converting. Like using. Yeah, I think proxying has more connotations with being lazy and not actually wanting to do stuff. Like using, like going down to the kids' toy shop and buying a Stegosaurus. So I now have a Stegosaurus. I'm going to proxy that as a Stegodon in my Lizardmen army. There you go. That's the perfect example of proxying. There's a guy at my local store that is illustriously cheap, and he tries to play with box art cutouts glued to bases. Yeah, there we go. I don't think it's lazy or poor, Hammer. Ultimately, it depends if you like the Games Workshop models. Yeah, like it's a hard line to explain. Proxying in my head has bad connotations because it's like proxying like that dinosaur example. Like, it's proxying a Stegodon. I've gone and grabbed a £1.50 Stegodon, and I'm going to use it to represent the Stegosaurus in my Lizardman army, or whatever that big Stegodon model is. However, proxying Laura's Bretonnians as halfling Bretonnians is kind of proxying, but like effort proxying kind of thing. I don't know. It's really tricky. However, proxying Space Marine Outriders with Chaos and converting them to be Chaos Outriders isn't really proxying. That's like converting to represent. Plastic Kraken Addict uses massively converted Games Workshop models, which he uses as proxies for AOS armies. He spent more on each model than the middle. Yeah. Proxying can be brain dead as the opponent has to translate the model. Yes. Yeah, there we go. So yeah. Oh god, yeah. That's a really good question. It's a really good question, because obviously Captain Mannering is a really good one in this conversation, because Captain Mannering uses all sorts of models for all sorts of everything. Same with his wife Laura. So Teeny Tiny has a really cool looking halfling Bretonnian army, which is fantastic. But that's being proxied for. That's being proxied for flavour, and the whole army looks like that. Whereas where you get like weird proxying, like proxy in my head has bad connotations, because you could have somebody who has a Lizardman army. It's that Stegodon. Stegodon is a perfect example. Like, you have a Lizardman army, and you've got all the skinks and you've got all the Saurus and everything, but you don't want to buy a Stegosaurus. So you go and buy a Stegodon for £1.50. A conversion is permanent, I think. As long, like, the way I've always said, if you're worried about, and I hate that people worry about things like this as well. Like, can I use Outriders and convert them and put Chaos stuff on them as Chaos Bikers? Yes, you 100% can. And that's what, the frustrating thing for me about stuff like this is that I grew up doing that. So I grew up in a community, and a gaming community, where you would convert fucking everything. You would, like, everything would be converted, and it's really sad that we're now in a kind of a community where we have to feel like we have to ask everybody if it's all right if I do this. I've got this really cool idea to make Chaos Bikers out of Outriders, and I think it's really sad that the community now is in a position where people feel like they have to ask permission to do cool conversions, and I think that's a little bit sad. I just think that's a little bit sad. Because the culture's kind of changed a little bit. Because there's a little bit of a stigma out there of people saying things like, oh, that's not the official model. Oh, that's not a Chaos Outrider. Oh, I can't see. Like, the Vindicator, this is a gorgeous model, right? The Horus Heresy Vindicator is a really, really cool model. But you're not allowed to use it in 40k because it's too small. So that kind of culture of, I want to use this model to represent a Vindicator, and it's a Vindicator. Like, this is as Vindicatory as you can get. But you can't use it in 40k because it's too small. So it has that kind of stigma against it. So there's a massive thing like that in the community, which has kind of just slowly bled into the world and the community and the culture of wargaming. And I think the last reveal stream was quite interesting. One of my friends said that the reveal stream was a lot of hobby talk rather than competitive talk, because they've sort of realized that only 10-20% of people who play Warhammer actually play at tournaments, so they should probably focus on the hobby side of things rather than the competitive side of things again. Anyway, that's a massive long me kind of talking about stuff. What does everybody else think? Let's catch up on chat, because I think that's a really interesting conversation, and it's a lot of making the community feel comfortable playing their hobby more than and being accepted for it more than kind of feeling like they have to ask questions. Like, I could do anything. Like, I do my Horus Heresy stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, now which squad marking do these have? What colour should I do this? Does it make sense if I do X, Y, Z on my Horus Heresy stuff? Whereas my Necrons, I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm going to paint them bright blue, bright green, black, and with red eyes and flaming things and glowy green this and flaming that. Because they're in my head and in my enjoyment, 40k and 30k are slightly different. 30k is that kind of historical war game, and 40k is a bit more expressive. However, you get people who come in and say, when I'm asking about the colours and everything on the 30k stuff, people come in and say, oh, paint them whatever you like. Paint them whatever colour you like. Which is a really good, healthy thing to do. Personally, I think people obsess over learning what a model looks like rather than learning the model's rules.
Navy blue rhymes with poo, scrape it off the bottom and wipe it on you.
I think obsessing over models' rules are I miss coming to a table. Like, if I was playing you, Mannering, and I came to the table, I wouldn't ask what your captain did. I wouldn't ask what the rules of your captain did. I'd want to know what your captain was. Like, why have you converted him with a where's your captain? Like, oh, he's got a Thunderhammer. Why has he got a Thunderhammer? That's really cool. Like, that's like, oh, he's got, like, you've given him a really cool that's kind of like I grew up asking what your general was, like who your general was. Where's your general? Like, tell me about your general. Like, I grew up playing a war game rather than playing a rule game. That is why my librarian is red with bits of blue. Learning to communicate effectively with your opponent is far more important. but that leads into what can he do? Yeah, exactly. But the first question is where's your general? Like, what's he got? Whereas now you rock up and said, okay, who's got devastating wounds? What unit have you got that drops 3 inches away from me? Like, that's where the flippers happened, and that's happened over the last, like, I don't know, 8 years. Anyway, yes, proxy versus conversion. It depends how you do it and the intent. Yes, I think the intent is a really important one. Like the intent of someone who's using a Stegodon, that £1.50 Stegodon from a shop, and just put it on the table, is the intent that they can't be bothered. The intent of somebody, but then equally somebody can go and get that Stegodon and put it on a base, cover it with skinks, like get some cocktail sticks and put a Haldor on it and then paint it up, and then that's brilliant. I think it's effort. I think, like, and this has changed as well, like, and that's one of the really, really good things that Games Workshop have done. They've made painting models much more accessible than it used to. Like, if you go back 20 years, I would be playing my mate. I'd be playing my mate at Fantasy. Like, it would be my Tomb Kings versus Andy's Dwarfs or something, and we'd only have like half the army painted. Like, everything else would be plastic. That's changed now. Like, the amount of time you actually see, or the amount of occasions you actually see an unpainted army versus an unpainted army is next to nothing. It never happens anymore. Everybody paints and is proud to paint their armies now, which is really, really good. How many people know the difference between a Tau Breacher and a Fire Warrior? But that's people filtering out the human being bit. Proxying goes down better if you know someone is going to buy convert said unit later. Yeah, I mean, I've played. Yeah, it's really interesting because I've just thought I've played a practice game for a tournament for a list idea that me and my friend had, and we were playing with bits of paper. So we were playing with bits of paper. We were like, okay, so what happens if I have this unit, and this unit? And we were just kind of like mathing it out. But that's a completely different side of the hobby. The good thing about Warhammer is that it's got so many avenues that can entertain everybody. You've just got to find your avenue and be like confident. And also the hobby sort of it encourages all sorts of different socially comfortable people into it. So you got some people who are socially comfortable. I mean, I'm fucking sat here on the internet and I have been for 10 years talking about it, so I'm clearly socially comfortable. But you have some people who aren't socially comfortable, and they are equally kind of welcomed into the hobby, because there's so many different aspects of said hobby. Like I just said, like I played a tournament practice game with a friend. This was before Tabletop Simulators, whereas now I would imagine that now goes into Tabletop Simulator, and I'm gonna like just brainstorm this out before I buy the models. I'm just gonna see if this idea that I've got in my head works on Tabletop Simulator, whereas before it was, oh, okay, I'm just gonna play, and this piece of paper here that says Immortals on it is my unit of 5 Immortals, because I want to just kind of test something out. And we did that. So we had a few models on there, and then like just bits of paper, because we were trying it out just to see if it worked before we went and bought the models. So there's that side of the hobby. There's then the side of the hobby where I'm being really, really picky and trying to do Raven Guard as best I can in Horus Heresy. So I think as long as you are comfortable and you are engaging in the hobby, I don't think going down to the local toy store and buying a Stegodon and just plopping it on the war game, on the battlefield, on the table when you play with your mate. I don't think that's engaging in the hobby. So I think it's that level of effort. I think that's where it is. So I'm going to go and convert grots with signs that tell what converted orc vehicle represents. Yeah, like orc vehicles are a perfect one, but you have to communicate either in the conversion, and ideally you need to communicate in the conversion visually what it represents. So if you're doing Chaos Bikers is perfect actually, because if you're doing Chaos Bikers and you're using Outriders, the fact that you have bikes in a Chaos army sort of gives it away that they are Chaos bikes. So if you're using the Outriders and you're sticking a few spikes and skulls on them, and you've gone to the effort of putting the spikes and skulls on them, then I would suggest that they look like, in context of a Chaos army, they look pretty good like a Chaos biker unit. However, if you, on the flip side of that, would it feel the same if you got like a unit of Outriders and they were already painted Ultramarines and you put them in your army, in your Chaos army, and said they're Chaos bikers? You'd probably have to put, like, there's no engagement with the hobby there. There's no effort put into engaging with the game that I want to play with you, because you've just pulled them off your other army, sort of thing. If it's oh, these are my Chaos Bikers, I haven't got them yet, I'm going to get them next week and then I'm going to put some effort into doing them, or these are my Chaos Bikers, I haven't got around to putting all the skulls and the spikes on them yet, then that's like a conversation, and that's fine. But yeah, it's that effort and engagement into the hobby. I think that's where it is. Does everybody agree with that? Kinda. Like if I'm playing somebody, there's a level of expected effort and interaction with the hobby. Does that make sense? Like knights. What do you mean like knights? Like one of the most disappointing, I'll tell you what, here we go. One of my disappointing games I've ever played, and this was against a friend of mine, and I was really disappointed. We were playing Necromunda, okay? We'd planned to play Necromunda. We'd bought the box. I'd bought my Escher. He was going to play, I think he was either going to play Goliaths or Cawdor, or no, not Cawdor. What's the other one? What's the one I always get mixed up with Cawdor? Orlocks. So he was going to do Orlocks, and I was going to do Escher. So we were going to play a game of Necromunda, and we gave each other plenty of time, and we were like, we know we're not going to get everything painted, but like we'll at least have everything converted, and we'll at least have like some paint on some of them, because it wasn't like.
Oh, you were gonna do Escher? Shocker.
Yeah. So this was the idea. Anyway, so the Necromunda came out, and I think we gave us 4 weeks. So like we had 4 weeks to work out a gang, build and convert the models if you really wanted to, get some paint on some of them, and have like a gang. And like I had all my gang done. Some of them had paint on. Well, all of them had colours on, so that they knew that, because you know my Escher are blue, so they all had blue on. I'd painted most of the faces, so that at least the faces were pink, and then like 4 of them I'd done some like taken them a little bit further, so they started to look, and you could see where they were going, right? So that was 4 weeks, and we'd agreed to come down after 4 weeks, after Necromunda came out, and we agreed to come down and play Necromunda, and we were so excited about it. I was really excited about it, because Necromunda is amazing, and this is the first game of Necromunda that I was going to play.
Oh, your Escher are blue. Shocker.
Shocker, shocker. Shocker, shocker. Thank you, Perps. Thank you, Olivia. How you doing, Olivia? So yeah, this is kind of explaining the interaction and the effort and like agreeing, like of being excited kind of thing. Okay, all were painted and sort of based. It's legal in it. Yeah, like I put some effort into getting the Escher done. There were some conversions in there as well because I had some weird things. Anyway, 4 weeks later, Necromunda box comes out. 4 weeks later, we agreed to come down. We were going to play our first game of Necromunda. I was dead excited. We were both, in theory, dead excited about coming and playing this Necromunda game. Because it's just been re-released. Loved Necromunda when I was a kid. 1990s, playing Necromunda, playing Escher, playing Spyros. Fucking loved it. So excited. Get down to Warhammer World. We booked the Necromunda board as well. So we had the Zone Mortalis Necromunda board. Get down to Warhammer World with the big crane and everything in there. It looked amazing. Get my Escher out. Wait for my mate to turn up. Go and get a burger. Come back and like eat the burger and whatever at Warhammer World. Got my Escher out. Anyway, he turns up. And this is an absolute perfect example of proxy being bad. He turned up and he said, "Oh yeah, I've got my gang. My gang is I've written out the gang. It's all Orlocks. So we've done the Orlocks. I've written them all out, but I haven't got them painted. I haven't painted them." I was like, "Okay, no worries, that's fine." And they're all still on my painting table. I was like, "Right, okay. Well, what have you brought then?" So he brought unpainted Space Marines with post-it notes. So I played a game of Necromunda against grey Space Marines with post-it notes on them telling me what they were. Now that is a level of proxy which sucks. Okay? So at that point I was utterly deflated. Totally deflated. I wouldn't have minded playing against half an unpainted assembled Orlock army. But proxying Space Marines with post-it notes on their bases to tell me what they are is rubbish. That's not a level of interaction and effort into the game that we were really excited about for 4 weeks because Necromunda had just come out for the first time in like 20 years. At least they had post-it notes. But so yeah, that sucked. And that's the most disappointed. That's the most disappointed I've ever been. That's the last time I ever played him as well. That's the last time I ever played a game against him. That's the most disappointed I've ever been on a tabletop, playing a game that I really like playing. So yeah, sounds like procrastination hit hard. Same base size and they're taller in it, or just life. I played a full campaign with 3 of my Orlock gangers with only primer and Zenithal. The rest were fully painted. Yeah, that's you can understand. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my proxy stuff. I'd completely forgotten about that. I've probably kind of just blocked that out. So yeah, that's at that point of proxying. It's about the effort, isn't it? I think. Anyway, there you go. That's my story. You're probably all going to take his side or something, but I thought that was poor. The bases were fully painted, so it was legal. There were way more than 3 colours. I'm not even talking about like legal 3 colours, whatever, all that stuff. Yeah, not even talking about like 3 colour legality and stuff. But just turning up with unpainted Space Marines for a game of Necromunda with post-it notes on their bases. So yeah, there we go. That's the proxy thing. So following on from the expanding out and just like putting a full stop on the proxy conversation. If you put effort into whatever you're trying to convert, you'll be fine, Spitfire. Why not just bring the Esches? Orlocks. Why not just bring the Orlocks? I've had 4 weeks. Anyway, yeah. So there you go. That's my very disappointed example of proxying. That's so hopefully that's answered the question on proxying, Spitfire. If it hasn't, then sorry. And hopefully it's made you feel a little bit better. But yeah, I've grown up in. I grew up in a era of like converting fucking everything that you did. And I think it's a little bit sad. Ultimately, I think it's a little bit sad now that people don't feel like that they can just go and convert something. Spitfire took a nap and then wrote a short novel in between. Did I miss it? Was there a reply from Spitfire? I suppose the other difference is how permanent a conversion is permanent. Also, the Lisbon are so cool. The culture used to be using actual soda cans to make killer cans. Yeah, but putting effort into making the soda cans look like killer cans, right? It's your models. I mean, the famous one is the aerosol, the deodorant land speeder, right? But it looked like a land speeder because they put effort into it. I think it's the effort part. I think it's the effort part, honestly. As long as you can show you put some effort into what you're doing. I'd love a soda can, killer can conversion. Yeah, right? That's really cool. Have you heard back from your Necromunda group, by the way, Perps? Yeah, that Necromunda story, Purple, was to highlight something, a question that we had that ended up going. I ended up trying to explain. Yeah, have you had a response? Are they? I'm guessing they're going to wait and see what the rule set is. No answer. Gotcha. Ba-da-ba-ba. Curious if there will be a community doing Old World Necromunda. Old World Necromunda? As in like the current rule set Necromunda? Yeah, like more time? What do you mean? And if you mean current rule set Necromunda, I'm pretty sure that pretty much every single Necromunda community will play the old crunchy rule set. Yeah, I think it's probably safe to say that at least 80% of the people who play Necromunda now will still be playing the current rule set when the new rule set comes out. Like I said last week, of all the communities that play Games Workshop games, Necromunda is the community that will be like, we're just using, we will play the rule set that we want to play, and you've written a really good rule set that's got fucking 50 books for it. We're going to use that rule set, thank you very much, don't simplify it. So I think out of all the communities, like Old World will probably use the current rule set. They will use whatever rule set Games Workshop send out, and they'll be like, this is really cool, thank you for kind of updating it. Yep, that makes sense, blah blah blah. Like 40k, obviously. Age of Sigmar, obviously. Yes, I'm not talking about the little 1% of people who will go and play 5th edition 40k. Of course, there'll be little ones of those out there, but the majority, I would say, of the Necromunda community, in the same way as like Inquisitor 32, and Mordheim community, I think it's the same kind of thing. I think they will all use the current rule set. I can't see many of them, of course, depending on how the rule set does actually come out, but I can't see, if they do simplify the rule set and they ruin it, I can just see most of the Necromunda community just playing the old rule set. Simplify, not simple. Keep the current rules evolving as people did with Mordheim. Yeah, current rule set. Sure, there will be. I think most people will assess it and see if it's good. I just don't want to poo-poo it before Skirmish comes out. I think both can exist. If you're not questioning Games Workshop, then I'll be really into Warhammer. Yeah, true. Yeah. Like if they take all the crunch, if they take all the crunchiness away from it, like I can imagine them not being a cool, I can imagine them not being a cool stat in the new one. So if you want to take a cool test to do something in the old one, I don't think that will even be a test in the new one. You'll just be able to do it. Things like that. I think that's how they'll simplify things. And yeah, out of all the communities, I think that the Necromunda community will be like, we'll just everybody okay using the current books that we've got, like 50 books for? Yeah, okay, thumbs up, good, perfect, let's do that. Yeah, of course, that's obvious purples. Of course they want to attract more players. That's 100% why they've done it. And I thought it was interesting how Tari said that there's a lot of books to try to get into it. But then equally, there's also a huge community to help you get into it. Oh, the new boxes are great. I love the boxes. I love the boxes. Nothing against that. Clearly a book company. Yeah, so you'll get one sprue rather than having a box with 2 sprues and then another box with 2 sprues. You'll have 1 sprue from each box in one box. So yeah, that's perfect. You'll probably still have to buy 2 boxes because you need the basic gangers, but that's beside the point. Why didn't they do it before? Because they released the gang boxes first, and then the specialist came out after. Once all the gang boxes had come out. And how do you release specialists? Where you just release them in their own book, in their own box? I don't think that's a. I don't think that was a bad thing. Like, you want to have a Necromunda gang? Here's the basic box, and then you can go and grab some specialists if you want them. More dragons, nice. I don't think it was idiocy. I don't think it was idiocy either. I think it was just like, here's the box. Here's the. I don't think it's unreasonable to think that Games Workshop release a base Necromunda gang box, and then once they're all out, they release the specialist gang boxes. I don't think that's idiocy. It's like, here's a... No, it's not quite like, here's a Space Marine box and here's a Devastator squad. But no, I don't think that's... I think it's a really good thing that they've gone and they've changed it and they've kind of merged them together. Now they've sort of re-released the game. But I don't think it was... Buy the books. I won't buy the box. The brand new Escher and Goliath are pretty... Yeah, the new Escher are gorgeous. And I even like some of the Goliaths. And the only Goliath I really liked before was the dude with the massive mech suit thing. What was it? I want to say Spudjacker, but I don't think it is a Spudjacker. I think that's the... Isn't Spudjacker? Was it Spudjacker? Anyway, whatever the big Goliath dude was, that was the only one. That was the only Goliath I really liked before. Might be tempted by the box. I will buy the books, I won't buy the box, though the brand new Escher and Goliath are pretty sexy. I might be tempted by the box, though. Make your mind up, Perps. Perps, thank you for the Olivia's earlier. Really appreciated, thank you. Yeah, the Necromunda stuff's lovely, I like it. What's that? Who is he? Alex Gorgoth, Lord of the Fist. What's the other one? Oh, I do like Hammer Fist, yeah. I like that guy. That guy's cool. Yeah, that guy's cool. No, that's not... Oh, I know what you mean. No, that's not the guy I mean. It's the... that guy. Stimmer. Oh, God, for fuck's sake. That guy. The Goliath Stimmer dude. I like that one. And he needs a different head, but I like that with the massive guns and stuff. Right, how does that look then? Does that look alright? Let's zoom out so you can see it without the texture, because the texture looks a bit bad. Does that work best? Is that best, having the white to the black?
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good,
It
though.
could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was
Get
terrible.
away!
Hey, boo!
Boo!
I think that's okay, isn't it? I think that looks alright. We need to add some chipping to it. But yeah, it's not bad. Right. So stream tomorrow. I was getting refreshments. I think me and Purples were talking about timing. The combined gang boxes could be done at any time. Yeah, they could. They could. It makes sense to do it on a re-release, probably. But yeah, maybe. I don't think it's been that long, has it? Like, maybe they could have done it on the last, like, season, but I think Necromunda doesn't get a lot of release time. Yeah, probably. Although to be fair, it was Necromunda, wasn't it? For fucking months, we get a new Necromunda model every Monday. And it was almost like, how is Necromunda still making money? This is ridiculous. They're just releasing a new model every Monday. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll still be sad if they do kind of remove all the crunchy rules. Like, there's a rule for everything in Necromunda, and that's fantastic. Because you can do everything, and everything has, like, impact. Munda is a cool thing that should be more celebrated by Games Workshop. Same with Blood Bowl and Middle Earth, but I really don't think they get the fair shake they should have. Blood Bowl, I'd agree. Middle Earth, I think, does. But Middle Earth also has a much smaller fan base, but it's a loyal fan base. So if ever anything comes out for Middle Earth, the fan base buys it, kind of thing. So because Middle Earth is like, you only need like 30 models, like all the Middle Earth fan base just have so many fucking armies. Their specialist games, they focus on their main money makers. Yeah, Middle Earth was their main money maker for a long time because they just left 40k. They just left 40k and Warhammer Fantasy. Just left it for dead. Yeah, you got to give it some love, haven't you? I think everything is in a pretty good spot, to be honest, at the moment. Middle Earth took a long time to get the new license and everything together, so that's all sorted now. And of course, they just want to sell more and more. They want to sell more and more models, don't they? So it makes sense to try and make every game as accessible as you can. And if Necromunda is seen as really complicated, then that's bad because nobody will go and buy the models. However, I would argue that the answer isn't to make it simple. The answer is to point out that it's not actually complicated, and you can access the game and get into the game really easily and really straightforward. So they need to educate the community. They need to educate their fans, because they don't need to educate the Necromunda community, because the Necromunda community already knows how cool it is. They need to educate the fans and explain that Necromunda is straightforward to get into, and it's not complicated to get into. And here are like the core. Like even if they did, here are 5 rules that make Necromunda fantastic, right? And they did a community article about Necromunda, about the current rules about Necromunda. It's like everybody says that Necromunda is really complicated, but it's not. Here are 5 really good rules that you need to know for Necromunda. Boom, boom, boom. Like cool test to shoot somebody that's not the closest. Boom, there we go. That's a really cool rule. And then by doing that, you then get people excited by, oh, okay, that's not like 40k. Like you have to shoot the closest person, and if you don't want to shoot the closest person, you have to do a test. That's cool. I like that. Okay, I can buy into that. Like that's the difference. If you educate people and show them why this game is really good, rather than worrying that it's too complicated, that's a better way of approaching games like Necromunda. Like, highlight and showcase how cool the rules are, and encourage people to come and play that rule set, rather than simplify it because you're worried that nobody's going to play it because it's complicated. Hopefully that makes sense anyway. Right, I'm going to go make some dinner, everybody. Gonna go make some dinner, everybody. Yeah. Not allowed. No, it is allowed. It is allowed. It's definitely allowed. And it's just starting to get a little bit warm. I will be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll do another stream tomorrow, which will be really, really good fun. Yeah, we only painted wings today. It's unbelievable, isn't it, how slow I paint things. Paint all the Furies. Yes, I will paint all the Furies. This is the helmet that we spent an hour looking for. So that is the helmet that we spent an hour looking for, because I need 9 of these helmets. Technically I need 10 of these helmets because I want to use one on a character as well. So you'd wager November. What? I'd wager July. I'd wager July, perhaps. I don't think it's coming out as late as November. That early? Wow, yeah. I'd wager it's coming out in July. Like they just dropped the Old World thing, and that's up for pre-order next week. Like I reckon Necromunda's coming out in July. So yeah, I need 9 more of these really, really cool helmets, and as we have found out, these are from the Assault Mark 6 Assault sprue, which is really frustrating. Yeah, we're gonna go and do that. Okay, I'm gonna go make a jacket potato and probably watch a little bit of football and paint more of these because I need to get all of those done. So everybody, I will see you all tomorrow. Have an amazing stream. Have an amazing evening. Sorry, I'm just seeing who is on. Who is on? Who is on? Zum's on. Cryo. There we go. Cryo's on. I'm in trouble. I need to buy the Custodes box and some Necromunda and Custodes Termi. Raid, Cryo Cheeks. See you later, everybody. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, we got to battle damage. We got to battle damage that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Fab. See you later. Bye. Thanks, everybody.